Fortunately, my latest two episodes, which I took a long time putting together, has been um, has been blocked for some viewers because of what they call copyright infringement, and I can't get a clear answer from YouTube what I should do if I'm commenting on the series not to get this infringement because I'm just showing funny moments and special highlights of environment and actually making a teaser for the show with personal comments. So I will have to just do it without the voice, maybe that will let things get through and without any music or sound from the place itself. Hopefully that will make it easier. Here we see Poirot sitting in his chair in his room, and I guess I can sneak a small sound in. And Miss Lemon is very busy organizing his files, and a bit later he misses his Tisane but finds her very occupied with that and leaves her to finish the work. And then we get a visitor for Poirot, and later on Captain Hastings actually enters the room.
They've accepted me.
And they accepted him as part of the Le Mans race, and she asks him, can you even race? He says, actually no, but I have some experience driving cars, and that he has. And that makes Poirot give this comment later on in the series.
Captain Hastings is besotted by cars.
And he is used all the time talking about the race, while this poor lady has trouble of her own, missing her son in the process, and that's a bit awkward, but that's how things can go sometimes.
He was kind enough to tell me about the 24-hour race he's going in for.
I like this particular moment very much, where we are seeing everything from Miss Lemon's view and from her office, actually. So we are actually leaving the guest with Poirot, and here Hastings is very occupied with who's there with Poirot.
Who's in with Poirot?
Who's in with Poirot? He exclaims, and he's very excited. I like this moment where we are actually taking a look from the other side of the room, and that's well caught. Later that evening, Poirot is awakened by noises outside, and he just gets up and see what's going on. And later, next morning, they're going to have breakfast. And so he comes in, Hastings having a very light breakfast, and Poirot is very surprised looking at what's there, and he asks Hastings, and Hastings explains for him, and then he exclaims the following.
Oui, but from an English dinner one expects no more. But breakfast.
And that's a very funny moment. From dinner you expect no more, but breakfast. And so they decide to go to town to have some breakfast while they're waiting. And here they're ordering breakfast, and Poirot is very surprised to learn that they can be offered.
For breakfast?
2 pints, please.
But Hastings, we've got to be back before 12.
Plenty of time.
And Hastings makes him go along with this breakfast, and on the way back, and that's a beautiful view and a beautiful place to sit and have some breakfast in the English village, but on the way back they have a car breakdown. And for me, this is also a funny moment where they are driving back and singing like two drunks and speeding up.
Went to the meadow.
And they're singing, and then the car breaks down, and they can't get further. And Hastings, he thinks it's a kind of sabotage. Somebody did this on purpose to get them out of the way, so they could do what they want to do of criminality up at the house. And Poirot is occupied with different things entirely, and look at this very funny reaction from him.
Eh?
I want to hear what it was, not what it was not. Better still, I want to hear the motor.
And that forces Poirot to walk all the way, all the way up to the house, leaving Hastings to fix the car. And when he finally arrives, he's worn out, and the thing that shouldn't have happened at the house had already happened. And they ask him if he's gonna do anything, and he responds,
Mon Dieu, the agony. When the time comes to act, Poirot will act.
That's a beautiful response too. Is just keeping calm despite everybody's upset about what has just gone on in the house around him. In the end, Poirot gets the idea.
It is a farce. Nothing more.
So ends the story that I haven't told and shouldn't be telling, but just commenting on the funny movements and moments around it. And when it finally ends, Hastings is perplexed and doesn't know how Poirot has solved the case, so he asks him to tell him what happened, to let him into the mystery, and he does. And then he asks him to drive him back home.
Why won't you let me drive you?
And Poirot responds to that the train doesn't run out of coal. Well, I disagree. I would have taken the car even though they break down, but Poirot chooses the safest of ways to get through. And so these funny highlights makes the show actually very more thrilling than just watching the chase of the crime and the criminals itself, because it just puts you in that environment at the same time as you're getting these very awkward and funny moments from our main character, well played by David Suchet and Hugh Fraser, and then you get the dialogue between them or some of these expressions they have through the show. And this is from episode 2, and I'm gonna continue with several other episodes if they don't close it down for infringement rights.